Poem 2.4 Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? It is composed by Edgar Guest. Let's see its icebreaker. Complete the following web. Different ways to help others. Now we have to complete this web. By which way we can help others? We can help others by offer some form of supports, at least moral support. In second box we can write that call family or next to kin to give or ask for information. We can give anyone's information or we can ask for information. Then third one is call one's own friends if manpower is needed at the time. Okay, if we needed manpower at the particular time, we can call our own friend. Then last one is arrange for finances for immediate requirement. If we need any financial help at the particular time, we can ask our friends, or if anyone's want any financial help at the particular time, we can help him. Second is discuss with your partner about the different items of proverbs related to word tomorrow. One is done for you. Here one proverb is given: never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Now we have to find B, C and D's answer. Here we can also tell that tomorrow's battle is won during today's practice. It is Japanese proverb. Then number C, we can use that today must not borrow from tomorrow. It is German proverb. Now in D we can also tell that yesterday, today and tomorrow, these are the 3 days of man. It is Chinese proverb. At the particular type we can use the tomorrow. Here in next question, plan your tomorrow by completing the table given below. One is done for you. Here we have 3 rows. First one shows examination, second shows college function, and third shows function at your home. Here in college function, preparing the list of duties, we have to do this. Function at your home, okay, before starting any function we have to clean our house. Now for examination, before any examination we have to complete studying portion. It is necessary fact. Before starting or before giving any examination, we have to complete our studying portion. Now in second blank we can use that clarify doubts. If we clarify doubts at college function, we can delegate our jobs. Okay, we can delegate our jobs here. And if we clarify our doubts when function at our home, at the particular time we can arrangement for sending invitees, preparation and service of food. We can use that. Here in revision section, in college function we have to revise. Before we can write there confirm date or time with resource people. Before starting any college function, we have to confirm the date and time with the resource person. Now function at your home. Now before starting any function, we have to do some seating arrangements and other conveniences for guests. These types of some arrangements we have to do before starting any of these activities. Now about this poem, which is composed by Edgar Guest. This is an inspirational poem. In this poem, the speaker is asking the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. It is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. Therefore, One should consider one's actions and deeds carefully and plan accordingly for the better future. Have you earned your tomorrow? Now we are going to start a poem. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over, and it's toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Here, time means time spent in hard physical work. Have you earned tomorrow? By Edgar Guest present a number of questions. He hoped that everyone does what they can to bring hope and courage to those who feel hopeful. In first paragraph, the poem Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest consists of many questions to the reader. The poem is addressed to you, the reader, and refers to him. He means the stranger, one of the many we cross in our life. In the beginning, the poet asks whether anyone is happier because of you while passing his or her way. At the end of the working day, will anyone remember with gratitude a kind word or action that you may have done for him or her? In this first stanza, poet asks many questions. Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way, or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? In second stanza, the poet asks if you had a cheerful greeting for a friend who may have come, hesitantly maybe, to seek help, or did you just pretend not to notice he or she wanted something and just said a quick hello and brushed past him or her into the crowd? Did you act selfish and uncaring, or will someone be truly grateful you helped them out today? Churlish means rude, howdy, an informal friendly greeting. Throng means crowd, a large number. Can you say tonight, in parting with the days that's slipping fast, that you help a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead? In third stanza, the poet further asks at the end of the day, if you can honestly say you help a single fellow human, while we go about busily, we surely notice many in need, but just do not have the patience to do one help that is unasked for. We never help someone in our own. Is some stranger thankful for a small help you extended? He or she may have been hopeless, but did you take out some time to give him or her hope again? Here, poet just asks if we notice anyone by our busy work schedule. We never ask him to help. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or surely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say, you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? In the last stanza, the poet asks if you wasted that day, like so many days gone, not having done anything remarkable. Was today well spent or a dead loss? Did you leave behind someone smiling or left someone feeling dejected because you ignore them? When you are about to sleep, do you think God may grant you one more day to live? Here in last stanza, poet he just asks to God whether you pray God for one more day or your tomorrow. Here sorely means uselessly. Here in brainstorming, the poet suggests that one should do good to others. Complete the table by giving example of doing good to following people. Now we have three rows: family members, friends, neighbors. In family members, we can say that help with household chores or run errands. For friends, we can say that be ready to help in unexpected situation. For neighbors, we can say that be mindful not to intrude or cause disturbance. Secondly, for family members, take care if someone is sick. For friends, we can say that share resources whenever possible. And for neighbors, we can say that be cooperative when we all have to work together for the common good. Next question is pick out the describing words from the poem and add a noun of your own. We have filled these two blocks. First block, toiling time. We can say that for toiling, happier. Happier is used for anybody. Then cheerful. We also can call cheerful. It is used for greeting. Then third one is grateful. Grateful here used for someone. And last is fading. Fading here used for hopes. In second block, toiling time, we use kindly. Kindly we use for words. Second one is churlish. Churlish here is howdy. Then third one is rejoicing. Rejoicing we use for heart. Then last one is sleeping. Sleeping we use for days. Match the columns. Here A and B we have to match. Cheerful. Cheerful means happy. Selfish, concern with one's own pleasure, it is called selfish. Sorely, sorely means with the feeling of disappointment. And last one is discontent. Discontent means lack of satisfaction. Yeah, hope so you understood how you earn your tomorrow. Thank you.